Morning. Um, that song Hard Times. Not hard times on a Monday, right? This Monday we are going to tackle the week and get after it. Um, I am about to share my screen, but before I do that, Linda, do we have any COTDs for the day?
Yes, we have social media coach coming in today and tomorrow. And so that's going to be our day and our team meeting. So y'all come out. It's going to teach you not just like what to post to social media, but which apps and how to use those apps so that you can quickly make content. I think that's what holds us all up. Even if we have a good idea, we don't like how it looks or we can't figure out how to do it. So that's what she's teaching today.
Um, she seems to be a rock star. I mean, I know she's coached Sue and has done an incredible job. If you follow Sue, she has created a lot more reach working with this coach. So I do think y'all would enjoy getting in that class. I know it's 2 days, but y'all all know that's where it's going and that's where we need to be. So I would love, love, love for y'all to attend that class. And then we have the citywide mastermind on May 5th. We've got several of our people leading some of the tables. Obviously, it's for a good cause. It's for the Benevolent Fund, but there are going to be people in Tennessee and Mississippi. So would love a great showing from the KW family so that we can get there and make sure that we have a seat at that table. Would love to see y'all there. And then I'm going to go into value squared and wrap up with one more item. Let me get in here real quick and share my screen. We're almost done with value squared, but I wanted to share this again so you can take a screenshot if you haven't pulled this in command. But I want to make sure that y'all have a system for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 here. So, do you have a standard operating procedure for how you're going to consult to a decision, how your expectations are for searching for property, how you're going to help them find the house, negotiate the contract, etc. If you don't have it in writing, it's going to be very hard for you to regurgitate and pass this value conversation on to every single buyer or potential buyer. So you need to document it first, and then you need to get in the habit of going through the consultative process so that you can memorize all of the things that you're doing to provide additional value, and then you can communicate that very clearly to your customers. So please make sure you're going through these core services and delivering that in a standard operating procedure, and then you're able to communicate it effectively. I know, Linda, we've talked about consulting to the decision, searching for property, finding the house. I know y'all probably talked about negotiating the contract, but I want to just give y'all a little bit more in terms of negotiating terms. I want to talk about that just a little bit. Everything, even if it's pre-written into the contract, can be changed. Okay. So just because it says these items remain or these items do not remain does not mean it's not up for negotiations. So please make sure that y'all are writing in the terms that benefit your client, right? I have a client right now. She is assuming a loan, and it's an FHA loan. And Meredith Vesna brought up, hey, you're going to have PMI because you're assuming this FHA, right? And so we've got to look at, all right, well, then how can we negotiate other things in the contract, because that's not ideal for her to have PMI. However, at the end of the day, we're able to negotiate some other things to her benefit. One of them being concessions. So make sure that you understand all of the data surrounding the deal. So not just, hey, this is the price that we're offering, right? You need to understand how much can be paid in concessions. What does that look like for their monthly mortgage, right? How can we help ask additional questions to bring more clarity to the conversation? We also know that if it's an assumable loan, it's going to take longer. The paperwork is going to be more, right? And so helping us help the client explain all of those things so that we really truly understand the entire dynamics of the deal. So this is so important. It's not just gathering data for an offer price, right? It's understanding all of the terms surrounding the mortgage or the financing, right? And then understanding concessions, and then understanding time frame, and then understanding motivation and all of those things. So that's why this right here is critical. so that y'all can get all of the information you need to benefit your client and help your client win in the negotiations. And then in terms of closing the sale, obviously it is our job. We're not mortgage professionals, right? We're not attorneys. But it is our job to make sure that our core service providers are moving the ball down the field, right? And so if we haven't heard from a mortgage professional or a title attorney and your clients haven't either in 2 weeks, you may want to pick up the phone and get somebody on the other line, right? So we do need to make sure that we're the quarterback of the deal and we're helping get the move that ball down the field. Sorry for the football references. If you're not a football fan, that's the best way I can compute how our role is after we get under contract, right? So make sure that y'all are doing that along the way. And then I thought this was really interesting, and then I'm going to stop here because we've already talked about surprise and delight. But this talks about the customer experience and how you do it. And we've talked about first impressions. First impressions are everything, right? Within the first few minutes, I would say probably the first minute, the customer is deciding whether or not they want to work with you. So we have to understand mirror and matching, i.e., we have to understand how we show up. We have to be on time. We have to be professionals. All of those things, because we're selling ourselves at first, because they don't know our value yet. So how you appear matters. How you act matters. So if you are not confident in an appointment or you don't like to speak publicly, we need to work on that because that they are going to size you up in those meetings, right? So how you appear, how you act, how you communicate matters. And I know Linda and I've talked about this. I know several of our people are going through Toastmasters. We've got to make sure that we can present and clearly communicate in a confident manner to help the customer see, number one, we're the expert. We understand what we're doing and we're here to help you. And here's our value prop, right? So there's more to it than just delivering a value prop. We've got to make sure that we're showing up as the expert and we confidently believe that we are the expert. So all that to say is that we're wrapping up Value Squared. I've got one more that we'll talk about, one more slide next week. But I just want to give a friendly reminder that these slides right here that tell you the core services about what you do as a professional, I would put this in a standard operating procedure and then make sure it's documented. And then you should start running that as your consultation play so that then when you go to hire additional business partners or agents in your organization, everything's already documented and the expectations are very clear. Any questions about that? Awesome. All right, that means we have to go take more meetings in order to deliver this information, right? And so your goal is, I said it last week, and I know Patricia, you sent me something this week that I think you got an email about it, but I'm going to reiterate it again. The riches are in the niches. So make sure that y'all are doubling down on the thing that you really enjoy so that you can get more conversions, meet more people, and serve more people. Final thing, is there a cost to the social media class? No. We have a sponsor that is sponsoring it. We were really purposeful about making sure that there wasn't a cost for that. Thank you for asking that, Justin. Final thing, it's going to be announced today, and I'm going to announce it at the social media class. But officially, as of May 1st, I'm taking on a new role with KW. They have asked me to be the regional director for the region. So I'm now going to be, as of May 1st, the RD for North Texas, New Mexico, Memphis, which means I'll be overseeing 13 operators and 30 offices. So they've never had anybody out of Memphis, so it's pretty cool. But I say this because I need y'all to continue being the culture carriers that you are, which means I'm going to be traveling a little bit more than what I was previously. So I'm asking all of y'all to continue all of the things that you're doing together as a team and building together. We'll still be on Zooms. Sometimes if I have a meeting, obviously I'll ask somebody to fill in for me. But all that to say is y'all are still my priority. Y'all are still obviously my whole heart, and we will continue winning. And I'm looking forward to being able to do that with, several other offices. So, thank you for all the love. I appreciate it. Y'all know I'm not a title girl, but I do want y'all to know why I am traveling more. So it's pretty awesome, and I'm just grateful for the team of leaders that we have here. Leslie, Linda, all of our entire team. Thank you for letting me lead and expand that reach. So love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Make it a good one. Make it count. See you at social media class. Let me know if you need anything. Bye, everybody.